In printing, happiness is a happy client. All it takes is a perfect job. And if the job's not perfect, the client wants a discount. Worse, they might even reject it, or even take their business elsewhere. But clients have no idea how hard perfection is to achieve. You're running a giant chemistry experiment at 18,000 sheets per hour. Printing Industries of America estimates that between you and a happy customer stand 1,018 variables that could go wrong for each unit. To get all these variables right, you're relying on a lot of other companies. The ink supplier, the paper seller,
The coatings company,
the chemistry supplier, the parts guys, the service team, the plate manufacturer, and so on. It takes a minor miracle every day to get so many different things from so many different people to work together. Sometimes this minor miracle just won't happen. Maybe the paper is picking on the blanket and it's really slowing you down. Meanwhile, the clock's ticking. You and your team try everything. New paper, new chemistry, new ink, slower speed. Adjust a few settings here, a few there. Nothing. In fact, things are actually getting worse. It's no good. You have to call the vendor meeting. You start with your paper guy. He says, forget it. If the pH value of his dampening solution is right, the coating is stable. But the chemistry guy denies any responsibility. His solutions are all buffered. It's probably the ink tack. Your ink guy shakes his head. No way. This is the same ink you've been using for 3 years. Must be the temperature of the rollers. Your service guy finds that the cooling unit is running fine and the temperatures are stable. Maybe his blanket wash isn't drying fast enough. Whoa, says the chemistry man. Why are you blaming me again? We haven't changed the formula of our wash in 12 years. And the last time I was in your press room, I saw shortening, baking powder, cooking spray, and nail polish remover. What are you guys doing, baking a cake? The shortening is to stop the rollers running dry on the unit not being used. The baking powder is for cleaning the steel rollers in the dampening unit. The cooking spray is to prevent the ink from sticking to the back cylinders. And the nail polish remover, well, what the pressman does on the weekend is his business. Meanwhile, the paper is still picking, the vendors are still pointing fingers, and the client is heading for the door. The question is, why does it have to be this way? Why should you have to get all your suppliers together to try to solve the problem? Shouldn't everything just work together in the first place? It's a question that has troubled us at Heidelberg and Unisource for some time. It's why we got together to form Printers Advantage,
a complete source of Heidelberg consumables, including Saphira inks, chemistry, coatings, blankets and plates, and paper.
All specifically chosen by our experts and laboratory tested to perform together on your Heidelberg equipment. So you know exactly what performance to expect. There's an endless supply, supported by a world-class logistics network, and it's all backed up by people with the right technical expertise for each consumable product.
The same Heidelberg experts, in fact, who selected and qualified these products in the first place,
and who work together to take a complete view of your issue, not just one of its variables. So, there's no guesswork, no vendor meetings, just one team, one set of products, and one happy customer.